Pretty much original on the outside except for the tires and wheels. The paint, the trim, everything is the way it came. I wanted it to look original, but all the underneath is so I could pull a trailer.
Jack Geary of Prospect, Connecticut has owned his 1957 Chevrolet Cameo half-ton pickup for about 30 years. He spent 3 years restoring it after buying it from a friend.
I took it down to the frame and restored it.
While the outside is stock, complete with a Bombay ivory and red paint scheme, the underpinnings are not.
I have a Buick front end under it, out of a Century. And it's got independent suspension, it's got power steering, it's got sway bar, it's got disc brakes, everything that you need for today.
Under the hood, Geary started out with a 350 cubic inch V8, but later swapped in a 327.
I grew up with the 327 was the motor to have in the 60s. It was just a nice street motor. So I rebuilt one a couple of years ago and put it in, just to have a 327. You know, people said you took a 350 out, put a 327 in. This has the same horsepower as the 350 I took out. Maybe not quite the torque, but I don't see the difference towing the trailers.
What makes Geary's truck special is that it's a Cameo model, one of only about 10,000 that were built between 1957 and 1958, and one of only 2,224 made for the 1957 model year.
In the 50s, GM was looking to build a deluxe truck. Up until then, trucks were just for the farm, and they felt the public wanted a deluxe.
The Cameo came with lots of chrome, a two-tone dash and seat, and even carpeting.
The back fenders and tailgate cover are fiberglass. To build steel would have been very expensive, and it was an experimental model. They knew that. They were already building the 53, 4, 5 Corvettes, fiberglass. So that company made the fenders, and then they made a tail, the back end of the truck, the rear bumper and everything is unique to only the Cameo.
Just how many Cameos remain on the road today isn't known.
Here's the problem. They're reproducing a lot of parts. The VIN number on the truck or anything, there's no identification that it's a Cameo. So you could take a regular pickup truck, put a bed on it, put the upholstery in it and stuff, and no one could ever tell that it was a homemade Cameo.
However, Geary's 57 Cameo does have one element of proof that it's an original.
That fender emblem, 3124, 31 is a half-ton, 24 is Cameo. 57 is the only year they displayed it on the outside. So there was no way you could build a Cameo and nobody would know the difference, and I think half of them out there are built from a regular pickup.
Geary drives his Cameo a lot, just not in winter when there's salt on the road.
I drive it. If I can't drive it, I don't want it. That's just my mindset. I think you can use them. I've gone to the recycling center with it, and people say, oh, I wouldn't come in here with it. I don't load over the side. Over the tailgate, that's what it's for, because you load over the side, you're banging up the side, you don't mean to, but you do it. And I treat it good, but the bed is all scratched up in it. People say, why don't you paint that? Because tomorrow I'm going to throw some stuff in and go to recycling or go pick up some parts. The truck is built to use.
The Cameo has 84,000 miles on the odometer, and it has been reliable.
It's been a good truck, it never broke down, never gave me trouble. When I built it, I put everything new. I knew what I was going to do with it. And it's been a very dependable truck.
That's Ride Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to Ride Connecticut's YouTube channel.